think getting dumped by text is harsh. Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Welcome to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Residents in the Glenville neighborhood now have a newly renovated bank at their local shopping mall. It's officially open as Mayor Frank Jackson and bank officials cut the ribbon at the Huntington Bank at the Glenville Town Center Mall. The bank is located on St. Clair Avenue, right in the heart of the Glenville community. This branch is currently the only bank in the neighborhood, plus there are plans to open 2 more locations in Cleveland, which includes the Lee Harvard and Slavic Village areas. This bank is also the first branch to partner with Mayor Jackson and his team on the city's economic initiative for Cleveland's Glenville neighborhood, which will foster commercial redevelopment and work to increase mortgage lending in the area.
Where we're focusing $65 million in a concentrated effort to rebuild and to stabilize, rebuild, and to really position for the future of some neighborhoods of the city of Cleveland. And Glenville happens to be one of those. And if it weren't for Huntington Bank working with us and some other financial institutions, we would not be able to do that. So I want to thank you so much for your effort.
Huntington Bank says they are committed to bettering the community and donated a $2,500 check to the Famicos Foundation. Famicos Foundation's mission is to improve the quality of life in Greater Cleveland through neighborhood revitalization, affordable housing, and integrated social services. It was a good day for Council President and Ward 13 Councilman Kevin Kelly as members of the Greater Cleveland Partnership and the Council of Smaller Enterprises awarded him with the 2016 Small Business Advocate of the Year Award. Kevin Johnson, board member for the Greater Cleveland Partnership, explained why he is the perfect recipient of the award.
We're so proud to do the award and present it to Council President Kelly this year because of his work on behalf of a couple of issues that really made a bad impact on small business had they gone through. And I think one of them is just so misunderstood, and that was the issue of the minimum wage.
Council President Kelly was glad to receive the award outside the Speed Exterminating store in the Old Brooklyn neighborhood.
Well, it's a great honor. It's great to receive this because, we spend so much time trying to create an environment that's favorable for small businesses in Old Brooklyn. We've really worked hard with the CDC, with the City of Cleveland's Economic Development Department to come up with, different kinds of loan programs and all different kinds of incentives for small businesses to succeed.
The council president went on to say that small businesses serve as the backbone for a successful community.
Having a vital commercial strip, having a commercial corridor, having a place where people can shop, where people can come out, where people can gather, it's just essential to a healthy community. And I think we're making real strides towards getting there. I really like the way this Pearl Road streetscape came out. I'm thrilled to see some life in the Crather building across the street from us. And I'm standing in front of a business that's been, in operation for, 3 generations. So those are the types of things that make a strong community.
The organization HIT and the CLE came together at the Global Center for Health Innovation to announce a partnership with LinkedIn, the popular website that connects business professionals all over the world. The HIT and the CLE works to cultivate and grow talent for health IT businesses in Northeast Ohio.
This is a collaboration, a partnership between people coming out of industry and people coming out of academia. So it's really marrying up supply and demand when it comes to health IT talent. And it's important to have those two pieces together. So there's a clear understanding from an industry standpoint of the types of skills and the types of workforce where they're looking to hire. And then on the flip side, that the institutions, whether they be four-year universities, secondary schools, coding academies, things like that, have an understanding of the kind of students that'll have the best chance to get a job when they come out.
At the announcement, Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson praised the partnership as an agent of positive change in the health IT industry.
But this is more of a collaborative effort that will allow for us to really make some systemic and substantive changes. And if my understanding is right, it will help us to identify where those gaps are in this particular area of health IT, that industry, this particular area, and then look at our methods and look at our institution to see what are we doing and how can we do it better in order to fill that gap.
The LinkedIn partnership brings a better way to identify those who could be successful in Cleveland's health IT market. Nicole Isaac is head of public policy for LinkedIn, and she says her team will be going over member profile data from local LinkedIn users looking for a variety of different information.
And when we look at profile information, in addition to information from the employers, we can best understand who are the top employers, what skill sets they hired for in the past year or in the past 6 months. We can best understand what are those educational institutions training for, and how to bring the supply side of the workforce and the demand side of the workforce together.
I think it's an interesting partnership to be able to bring this additional data in, and it's a increased informing of the process, so we as a community get better at preparing our students to enter into the workforce.
For more information on the HIT in the CLE, visit their website at hitinthecle.com. Well, hundreds of people from all over Ohio came out for a centennial community celebration right here in Cleveland. Go! The Ohio North First Jurisdiction Urban Initiatives presented the Strengthening Ohio Families event at Luke Easter Park. Families had the opportunity to play all types of games with the kids. There was also a health and job fair, plus other family building activities. Organizers and attendees all agree that this event is important in celebrating family unity.
This event will be the first time that we've collaborated with the Church of God in Christ Ohio North First Jurisdiction. And so this is our first time doing this event here on this site. And as you can tell, as you look around, there's so many things going on. And I'm going to tell you this, because of the success of this event, we're going to do this event again on this location. God has already blessed this area.
Well, this is about Family Unity Day, and you know, the church has come out and they tell me this is the 100th year that they've been participating in some type of event around family unity. And as you know, the times we live in, family unity is a very important thing.
Besides all the family building activities at the event, free sneakers, clothes, and books were given out to children who attended the community building event. The Word Church have been hosting Casket Crusades, a march and gathering where men march with caskets on their shoulders to symbolize the burden shared when a life is taken. At the recent march, which went from East Tech High School to Public Square, Mayor Frank Jackson was in attendance and thanked those involved for organizing the event.
You know, I want to thank Pastor Vernon for coming up with the vision and including me in it. I really want to thank you, Pastor. Whenever you're a person of authority and you see the burden of the people, you bear the responsibility of that burden. And that means that you have to work hard. You have to work hard in order to relieve that burden and not add to it. But there comes a time in the secular world when you've done pretty much what you can do and you keep trying, you do more. But sometimes you got to sit still and you got to hand it over. So that's why today I'm here to support Pastor Vernon, because he wants to hand all this over to the high authority God.
Pastor Vernon of the Word Church spoke about the alarming rate of overdoses in Ohio.
Overdose in counties. In 1 year, the overdose death count in Ohio's 6 biggest counties doubled. The rapid rise in drug death is most pronounced in large urban counties such as Cuyahoga. Cuyahoga County easily led the state with 666 deaths. Those in Cuyahoga County who are addicted to drugs, those in Cuyahoga County who are addicted to drugs would fill up the Brown Stadium.
Mayor Frank Jackson recently met with students attending a special program aimed at preventing violence in their community. More than 25 students from the Youth 360 program gathered at the Red Room in Cleveland City Hall to have a meet and greet with Mayor Jackson. Youth 360 is a youth-led violence prevention program. Young leaders from high schools throughout Cuyahoga County participate in this year-long program in which participants learn how to be effective leaders in the movement to end rape and sexual abuse. Over the course of the year, students choose, plan, and implement a community prevention project of their own. Students say Youth 360 is a program that is helping to change lives.
This is helpful just on the simple fact that kids, sometimes they're in situations they don't recognize something bad might be happening, but with these different tools and these conversations, they understand what sexual violence is, how people come into contact with sexual violence, and how they can defer and intervene in those situations to stop it from happening, maybe with drinking and understanding the roles and the legalities of consent.
To learn more about the Youth 360 program for your class or group, call 216-658-1860. When we return, we'll see how a barrel can help save us money and the environment, and how area high school students are making a difference. We'll be right back with more TV20 News.
Hi, I'm Mayor Frank Jackson. You've probably seen media coverage of the growing opioid epidemic in northeastern Ohio. But what you might not know is how many of these tragedies begin with a seemingly innocent prescription for pain medication. That is why we're teaming with the Cuyahoga County Opiate Marketing Task Force to encourage you to know the risk. Go to the website on your screen to learn which pills are opiates and alternative ways of dealing with pain. What starts as a prescription can end with addiction, so know the risk.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back to TV20 News. Pachuchka means chit-chat in Japanese and is a concept that originally began in Tokyo, but started here in Cleveland in 2008. Each Pachuchka is focused on a sustainable Cleveland year celebration, and this year is the year of Vibrant Green Space. Vibrant Green Space, powered by Pachuchka, was presented by Sustainable Cleveland at the Music Box Supper Club on the west bank of the Flats. 10 speakers from various organizations were on hand to talk about different ways we can improve our environment, which Matt Gray, Chief of the Office of Sustainability, explains.
This is a truly important topic for many reasons. It brings neighbors together. Green space, it cleans our water, it cleans the air. Improves health, especially those most vulnerable in our city. It tackles climate change. It's fun to play in. It improves property values. We could go on and on and on. This is really why it's an interesting topic to kind of have a theme around tonight. And the 10 speakers, I think, come at this topic from very different perspectives.
Don't worry if you happen to miss this year's Pachuchka. TV20 has you covered. Head over to our TV20 YouTube channel to catch it in its entirety. And mark your calendars for the 2017 Sustainable Cleveland Summit at Cleveland Public Auditorium, September 27th and 28th. For more information, visit sustainablecleveland.org. The Mayor's Office of Sustainability has partnered up with several organizations to employ City of Cleveland high school students to provide residents with rain barrels to help save money and the environment. TV20 reporter Christian Patterson has more with this story.
Yes, Leah, I'm here at Collinwood Recreation Center for the Office of Sustainability's Summer Rain Barrel Program with Youth Opportunities Unlimited.
So this group in particular is part of the sustainability team, and they are working on rain barrels. So throughout the day and throughout their work week, they work on building rain barrels, delivering them to residents, talking to residents about past experiences, and then today they did a workshop for residents and delivered those, and they're actually currently giving them to the residents. So they talked about how to use a rain barrel and why it's beneficial for the residents to take one home.
Northeast Ohio residents within the Cleveland Water Department service area were invited to this rain barrel workshop at Collinwood Recreation Center.
As a resident in Cleveland, you get an additional fee on your stormwater bill, and that kind of takes care of what happens when we do have large rain situations and the sewers are overflowing. So these rain barrels actually help mitigate the amount of water that is going into our sewer system. So if a resident has 2 barrels, that actually is taking 55 gallons per barrel of rain away from our sewer systems.
We're trying to prevent like a lot of pollution and trash. So it's good to have rain barrels at your house and your garden. At your house, you can use it for your garden, water your grass, you can use it for your cars. But I had a lot of fun. I learned a lot of things as far as like teamwork, team building. I've met a lot of cool people. I learned a lot about rain barrels, a lot about the community. It was real good. It's like real fun.
Reporting from Collinwood Recreation Center, I'm Christian Patterson for TV20. We are Cleveland.
Case Western Reserve University hosted the Student Research Poster Presentation event. 28 Cleveland area high school students participated in the Scientific Enrichment and Opportunity Program, giving them the chance to work in the Case Western Reserve University research laboratories this summer.
These kids show you how great the students of the high school students of the Cleveland area can be when they're given the opportunity, and here we're giving them the opportunity to do important medical research with our outstanding faculty. This program started 15 years ago in order to do exactly what I said, to give these students the opportunity to experience what research, biomedical research is really like. So far, we've had over 200 students go through this program. Almost every one of them has gone on to college, and many have gone on to biomedical professions.
Mayor Frank Jackson attended the presentation and was impressed by the students.
As I was going around looking at boards and talking to a couple of students, I found how much smarter they are about things than I am, and how focused they are on this type of thing. When I was their age, I may not have been that focused. And because of their ability to focus, and because of this program giving them the infrastructure and the platform to do what they desire to do, they will do great. So then it's a combination between matching the program with the student and providing the kind of enthusiasm through that program that really encourages our young people and allows them to live to their full potential, which is always good for us as a city, for communities and families.
As Dr. Berger tells us, the schools play a major role in the program.
Cleveland Public Schools have played a very important part by helping stimulate and motivate the students to participate in the program and helping us select the students. This is a great program, and we encourage all young high school students in the area to inquire about it and to come down and learn what careers biomedical research has to offer.
For more information on the program, visit case.edu. 20 high school teens from all Cleveland recreation centers across the city were chosen to learn and present violence prevention modules to middle school students this summer. TV20 reporter Christian Patterson has more.
Yes, Leah. According to Cleveland.com, youth between the ages of 15 and 25 as the population experiencing and committing the highest rates of violence, but with the fewest available support services and programs. This is why the Near Peer program is so vital for the youth of our community.
We began trying to put together ideas for how to cut down on violence in Cleveland, and wanted to design a program that stopped violence before it even started. And we know that kids listen more effectively to other kids than they tend to listen to adults.
So the goal of the program is to have youth as leaders in violence prevention, to train a cohort of high school-aged youth who can then go and facilitate educational sessions in the community, in schools, and in other settings throughout the summer and potentially throughout the year. So the teens this summer went through 2 weeks of training, then they had 4 weeks of educational sessions. So they were out at their rec centers teaching and working with other youth. And then so today is about celebrating and coming back together and recognizing all the work that we've done over the last 6 to 7 weeks, and just sort of sharing some successes, what they learned, exploring what the next steps might be, but really just getting back together and saying, wow, we did some good work this summer. I think it's important to recognize that success.
Well, I was nervous at first because I didn't want to go out and do public speaking, but they got me over my fears, and then I actually like to do public speaking. I learned how to teach kids in a fun way. I learned how to facilitate, basically. I learned new things, like how to cope with anger and stuff like that, along as with the kids. So I learned exactly what they were learning as I was teaching it. They taught me new things just as I taught them.
The Near Peer leaders had so much fun with this program that they encourage other teens to get involved.
Well, I would first tell them if they were very interested in it. You know, a lot of people want to help others with their problems. So that would be one way to guide them in, lead them into this program, because everyone has a problem that they don't know exactly how to solve. And having someone, if I'm encouraging a friend to be in there, I'll say to them, let's make the world a different place. You want to help change it, which will be helping others deal with their problems that they might not know how to deal with themselves.
So we're hoping this program will continue through the school year. We'll do more presentations in the rec centers through the school year, and that next summer we expand the program and get even more kids involved. We're hoping that this first group of teens who went through the program are teachers for other teens in the future, and we get a large group of kids who essentially help with this violence prevention effort that's so necessary in our city.
Reporting from Collinwood Recreation Center, I'm Christian Patterson for TV20. We are Cleveland.
The 9th annual Ruby Dean Huckabee Cancer Memorial and Health Festival was held at Luke Easter Park. Event organizer Angela Huckabee tells us more about this festival that is dear to her heart.
This festival here was birthed from death. We lost our mother in 2009, so we decided to just have a little family gathering, but it turned out to be a big health fair. So we've been doing this for 9 years now and honor families who lost loved ones to cancer. Also, we honor loved ones who has been cancer-free.
It's so encouraging and heartfelt that they honored our mother out of all the mothers that could have been honored. We had a very special mother, and she was loving and she was caring, and this is a very, very special honor for her. Even though people have died, that they still live on, in your memories, because we know what it's like to lose your mother. There's no pain like losing your mother, and for them to still do the things that they do after losing their own mother, it just speaks volumes about their family.
We do this for people to be aware of illnesses. We have so many sickness and so many disease. Cancer, we know, is a very rare disease, and so what we do is we try to bring people in and show them, educate people, families about the awareness of cancer and diabetes. We have other health screenings, free health screenings here. So this is a wonderful event to just educate everyone about. My father right here, he was cancer survivor right here. He had cancer with a 2-time daddy. My father had cancer twice, so we educate my dad on, just everyone about cancer.
The family-friendly festival also offered free food, information from City of Cleveland departments, performances from Show Wagon, and much more. The 14th Annual Family Unity in the Park, hosted by Councilman Zach Reed and the Union Miles Development Corporation, was once again held at Luke Easter Park. Councilman Reed tells us what the event is all about.
Fun in the city, baby. Fun in the park. Family in the park. Family having fun together. That's what it's about. It's about bringing people together after having a stressful week, maybe having a stressful month, but being able to come to Luke Easter Park for the 14th Annual Family Unity in the Park concert and fireworks show.
The all-day event offered free health screenings, a variety of local food vendors, information booths, a kids' play area, and of course, great entertainment. This year's lineup included artists such as Maria Jacobs, Loose Ends, and the legendary group Average White Band. For more information, visit thefamilyunityinthepark.com. Thanks for watching TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Up next, we'll have Christian Patterson with the Inside Sports Report.